Hi there, and welcome to This Day in History for October 11th. October 11th is the 284th day of the year in the Gregorian calendar, 285th in leap years, with 81 days remaining to the end of the year. Today's word is meticulous. Meticulous is an adjective that means showing great attention to detail, very careful and precise, marked by extreme or excessive care in the consideration or treatment of details, such as a meticulous researcher or an author who describes a scene in meticulous detail. The fictional detective Adrian Monk we mentioned recently was a meticulous investigator, wasn't he? Interesting to note that the original root of this word comes from a Latin word that meant fearful. Through the 1600s, the word meticulous was a synonym for frightened or timid. By the 1800s, though, the meaning of the word meticulous had evolved in meaning to overly timid and careful, and then to its current meaning of painstakingly careful. The fear has dropped away now. First known use of the word meticulous in its current, courageous, careful meaning is 1827. Meticulous. And with that, this is the birthday of English philanthropist George Williams, born October 11, 1821. He founded the YMCA and lived to the age of 84. This is the birthday of Henry J. Heinz, born October 11, 1844. He founded the H.J. Heinz Company, which now manufactures thousands of food products and has plants on 6 continents out of the 7 continents on Earth. So he's all over the place. Heinz markets those products to more than 200 countries and territories, and Mr. Heinz lived to the age of 74. Australia's oldest university, the University of Sydney, was inaugurated on October 11, 1852. This is the birthday of humanitarian and politician Eleanor Roosevelt, born October 11, 1884. She was the 39th First Lady of the United States and lived to the age of 78. This is the birthday of singer-songwriter Daryl Hall, born October 11, 1946. He's best known as the co-founder and principal lead vocalist of the music duo Hall & Oates with guitarist and songwriter John Oates. They met while they were in college in the 1960s and began playing together and signed their first record contract in 1972. They made 6 number-1 singles over the next 10 years. In addition to his work with John Oates, Daryl Hall has also done some solo work. Daryl Hall is still alive and still working. We have several items of space-related news today. NASA's first space probe, Pioneer 1, was launched on October 11, 1958. The plan was that it would orbit the moon, but it failed to achieve lunar orbit and burned up in re-entry to the Earth. NASA launched Apollo 7 on October 11, 1968. This was the first successful manned Apollo mission. Catherine D. Sullivan became the first American woman to make a spacewalk on October 11, 1984. NASA launched STS-92 on October 11 in the year 2000. This would be the 100th Space Shuttle mission. I thought that in honor of Daryl Hall's birthday, we'd talk about one of his songs, Kiss on My List by Daryl Hall and John Oates. Kiss on My List was written by Daryl Hall and Jana Allen. The plan was that Jana's sister Sarah Allen would be singing this song. They wrote the song, and Daryl cut a demo tape for her, but his manager found the tape and listened to it and insisted that Daryl Hall and John Oates release the song themselves. Turns out the production team liked that original demo tape so much that they didn't even re-record it, just added backup vocals and instrumentation to the original recording. Kiss on My List was released in November of 1980 and hit number 1 in April of 1981, where it held for 3 weeks. Kiss on My List by Daryl Hall and John Oates. Link in the description. And I think that's going to do it for us today. Thank you so much for watching. Consider subscribing if you haven't already. Feel free to share this video with the link in your email, messaging, or social media. If you enjoy this series, you can check out the playlist that contains these videos. I'll put a link to that in the description. That description lives on YouTube, so for other platforms, I'll include a link to my blog page called No Really. You can also find me on Rumble, BitChute, and Odyssey. All those links in that description. Alrighty, that's all I can think of right now. Thanks again, and I'll see you next time. Alrighty, back to work. I think we got it this time.